A Carnival passenger brings a onto a ship, and there's controversy surrounding who's to blame. Hey everybody, if you are new here, make sure you like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all things theme park, cruise, and travel. And if you're a returning viewer, make sure you click that notification bell so you never miss a video. In today's story, Kendra Scott was on a Carnival ship. We don't know what ship it is actually, so if you know, let me know in the comments below. I was not able to find out what ship she was on, but I was able to find her video where she is advertising to the world. We're going to look at the video and then I'm going to share some of my thoughts and opinions on this situation.
Day 2 on Carnival. On Carnival. Now mind you, check bag. They took my pickles, my hot sausages, open bag of popcorn. But yeah, we all good. Let's go, El Clavisto!
I'm hitting that out.
Yep, trying to tell you. Matter of fact, let me walk home out here. So, like, literally.
If you see him, let him know we ready for
the cleanup. Okay, his thing got here, so he's somewhere close by, but yeah, it's literally on the ship, guys. We finna go outside.
So as you can see, that is Kendra sharing her story about how her pickles and popcorn were confiscated, but her gun was allowed onto the ship. She seemed a little more upset that the pickles were taken than concerned about the gun being on the ship, in my opinion, but anyway. So not only did Kendra make this video, she shared it online, and she didn't get the reaction she thought she would. People online actually reported this video to Carnival, and Carnival responded by putting out a statement that said Kendra had not been on a ship since April, and she is actually banned for life. Whose fault is it that Kendra was able to get this onto the ship? Is it the Port Authority's fault, or is it Carnival's fault? Now this has sparked a big debate online, and I would really love to hear what you guys think about this. In my opinion, it's a little bit of both. The Port Authority or the porters are the ones who take luggage, and you do hear Kendra saying that it was a checked bag, which means that at some point this bag would have went through security, it would have went through screening by the Port Authority, and it's really concerning that this firearm was not found during the inspection. I mean, if you think about it, little things like lighters or hairspray bottles that are too big or speakers are found very often during this process, but they were not able to find a gun. And if you see in the video, it's not a super small gun. I mean, it's not like a big bazooka, but it is a nice size gun that should have came up during the screening process. Now, usually your bags can go through a secondary screening. They may not always go through a secondary screening, but more often than not, the bags that go onto the ship are searched in some capacity by Carnival Cruise Lines or whatever cruise lines that you're cruising with. So not only did this make it past the Port Authority, but it also made it past Carnival personnel. And a lot of people are very defensive of Kendra and saying that it was a harmless mistake, nothing happened. But you really have to sit back and think about the state of the world. We don't know Kendra's mental health. I'm sure it's perfectly good, but we don't know that. And we don't know that if something happened on that ship, that she would have felt the need or desire to go back to her room, get her hand and rectify the situation in a way that she saw fit. Now, don't get me wrong, I am super thankful that nothing happened, that the allegedly stayed in the safe the whole time Kendra was on her cruise. But you also have to put yourself in a mindset that this should have never been allowed to be the reality. We shouldn't even be talking about this on the internet. And at some capacity, the Port Authority And cruise lines need to figure out a better way of making sure that everyone is protected on their cruises. Now, this is not a matter of if you believe people should have hands for protection or if they shouldn't. It's a matter of making sure that cruise lines, port authorities, whoever, are making sure that their passengers are safe. If you're gonna allow one person to bring their hand on, then you gotta allow everybody else to bring theirs as well. So no matter what your views are as far as guns, it's absolutely ridiculous that she was allowed to bring her on the ship. Security on ships don't even have hands. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure there are hands on ships that we don't know about that are there for our protection in case pirates try to take over the ship or something else happens that's needed. So I'm not saying that there are no hands on ship or no guns or any kind of weapons to protect cruisers. I'm not saying that those are not on the ship, but what I am saying is that in my opinion, that Kendra simply being banned for bringing a hand on ship is just not good enough. If you think about it, I did a video a couple of months ago where passengers were facing jail time for bringing a bullet, mistakenly of course, onto a cruise ship. She didn't bring a bullet, she brought the entire gun. Now, what I don't know is, was this gun loaded? Was it not? Did she have ammo? Did she not? Is that why she was only banned and she's not facing criminal charges? I just don't know why Carnival decided that a simple lifetime ban was the correct choice in this situation. But what do you guys think about Kendra's punishment? Do you agree that the ban was good enough? Or do you feel that Kendra should have been held to a higher accountability based off of the situation? Now, the story is not over there because Kendra did come back to the internet to try to explain herself or defend herself, and also to defend her partner who was on the ship with her for this cruise, who we have learned his name is Travis. We don't really know a lot about him other than his name, but she says not only is he innocent, but she's innocent as well. So let's take a look at that video, and of course I will share some more of my thoughts and opinions.
Happy Thursday. So I called Carnival today when I got home. We had a long enough chat. Far as banning me and Travis for life, first and foremost, I let them know that was 2 separate videos.
Okay, wait a minute. That was not 2 separate videos. She panned from the safe over to Travis, who, yeah, it did look like he was coming out of the bathroom. But as you know, on Carnival ships, you'll typically have the bathroom here and then the closet area here, which is going to have the safe. She panned from the closet over to Travis, who then showed us his guns. So no, Kendra, that was not 2 separate videos. So I'm already not loving this update, but let's keep watching.
First and foremost, I let them know that was 2 separate videos. Travis wasn't in there. He was doing his personal care. He had no knowledge of nothing that I'd already previously recorded. Second of all the people who think I posted this or I just want to bring, a firearm on board or whatever. No, that was not the case. Day 1, I went through security like everybody else did. Me, my carry-on bag, my check bag, and so forth. Once we got to our cabin, our luggage was not there. I said, I think I forgot my weapon in my bag. So I immediately went to security on the ship. He sent me back to my cabin to get, my ID, boarding pass or selling card, whatever. Basically, I went and got some identification. He radioed everything in as I told him. Me and him both went off the ship together to the sheriff department that actually works at the port. I let him know the situation. He got on his little radio. Nobody got it. It was not confiscated, so therefore it's not in the bag. I also asked him, well, if you do find it, how do I get it back? What do I need to do? Da da da. He basically said that we contact people via mail. It happens all the time. No, I did not pack up and just throw my weapon in the bag. We were already on vacation 3 days prior to getting on the ship. So yes, we were already out and about, hanging, swinging, clubbing, training, whatever we were doing, that's what we were doing. So when we got up to get packed up to get on the ship, everything just went in the bags. Bottom line. So again, no, he had nothing to do with it. But day one, again, I did go to the proper people who I was supposed to go to. I made the video because knowing that I got to get on and off this ship, I did not want no smoke. And I still don't want no smoke. So they're doing their investigation. Meanwhile, I do have the other videos. He asked me, would I be so kind to take down my Facebook post? Yes, I will. But if I'm going to be banned for life, there's no point to take it down. For as the other videos, they would like to look at them first to see, you know, who the people that I dealt with in security and the local sheriff department, because I have all that footage. However, I would like to post that footage now too, but it's already causing enough trouble. They want to look at it before I move forward with what I'm going to do. Anyway, y'all be blessed and stay great, stay positive.
Not with the be blessed. A couple of issues. One, Travis, that was not a second video. My guy, I don't know if you knew about the gun. Doesn't really matter to me. What I'm more concerned about is how it got on the ship, why it wasn't confiscated, blah, blah, blah. But she also said that security or whoever told her that she would get it back via mail, and this happens all the time. Like, did I hear that right? Like,
I also asked him, well, if you do find it, how do I get it back? What do I need to do? Da da da. He basically said that we contact people via mail. It happens all the time.
Again, that video I made a few months ago, these guys, and there were multiple guys who accidentally brought bullets onto the ship, onto an island, at port, whatever the case was. These guys, in some cases, they were either put in jail or they had to stay on the island and, you know, pay for their own accommodations during the course of the investigation, and were facing 12 years in jail. I will leave that video right up here as well as in the description box if I remember. But I'll leave that for you so you can check out that video, because to me, something just isn't right here. Like, 1 + 1 is not equaling 2 in this. The math ain't mathing. How is it that she brought a gun onto a ship and she was just banned? That was it. The videos that she has put up previously that we just looked at have now been deleted, and she says that's because Carnival told her if she deleted the videos that they could possibly renegotiate the banning of her and Travis. Now, I really hope that's not true and that Carnival is not potentially allowing this person to come back on their cruise ships and potentially have another incident like the one we just had. If you feel like you have to bring a firearm on you with vacation, maybe reconsider where you're going on vacation, because why would you need a firearm on a cruise ship? Nobody else has one. Why do you need one? I understand it potentially was just a stupid mistake on Kendra's part, but it does make me wonder why this individual felt the need to even have a in the first place. I mean, do you bring hands on vacation? Maybe this is something that's new to me and I'm just ignorant to that. Let me know in the comments below. I would be really interested to find out your opinions on bringing handguns on vacation. Like, could you imagine bringing a handgun to Disney World? At the end of the day, nobody really knows if this was a mistake or intentional. If you look back at that first video, she seemed a little excited that she was able to get her hand onto the ship. Again, she seemed more concerned that she couldn't get her pickles and popcorn onto the ship than she was about the fact that she has a on the ship that she knows she's not supposed to have. And she knows she's not supposed to have it based off of her own words. As soon as she thought that she may have accidentally put her firearm in her bag, she went to security. In her own words, she says this. So if you know that you potentially messed up and you're bringing something onto the ship that shouldn't be on there, why would you then turn around and make that kind of video? Again, the math just is not mathing in this situation, and I really do hope that Carnival does not renegotiate her ban and that she remains unable to sail with Carnival in the future. Now, as far as Travis goes, I just don't know. For me, I know if I accidentally brought anything on a ship that I wasn't supposed to have, it would never be a handgun, but you know, maybe a speaker that I'm not supposed to have on the ship, right? That's the extent of what I would probably forget that I'm not supposed to have on the ship. But you better believe I'm going to tell my husband not once, not twice, but probably 3, 4, 5 times over and over, look what I got on the ship. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. Now, what I wouldn't do is run to social media and post it and say, look what I did, tee-hee. I just wouldn't do that. But I would definitely tell my husband. So the storyline or the narrative that this Travis guy didn't know, I just don't know if I believe that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Make sure you let me know in the comments below. That's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And if you want to stay up to date on all things theme park, cruise, and travel, please consider subscribing with that notification bell on. Until next time,